Welcome to the Explainer. So look, today we're skipping right past all that basic technical setup. You guys already know how to get a product online, so we are jumping straight in to the really good stuff. We're talking about the high-impact marketing tactics that actually persuade people to stop scrolling, pull out their credit cards, and click buy. Because let's face it, if you're a creator, a coach, or a small business owner, just putting a product on the internet, that's only half the battle. The real magic, the actual revenue happens when you optimize that product for conversions. So based on our source material today, we're going to break down the exact strategies you need to deploy to turn those passive window shoppers into paying customers.
Okay, here's our quick playbook for today. We're going to cover unlocking digital wealth, perfecting those product descriptions, triggering some serious FOMO, maximizing your average order value, and finally, how to work smarter, not harder. Let's get right into it.
Play number 1, unlocking your digital wealth. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of discount codes and checkout cards, we really need to define our ultimate goal here, and the source calls this digital wealth. I love this concept because this isn't just about making a quick one-off sale. Digital wealth is a completely scalable system. Think about it. When you create a digital course or an ebook or a membership and you pair that with an engaged audience, you are building an asset. That's an asset that literally grows and flows into your bank account for months or even years into the future. In fact, the source notes having products they created years ago that are still bringing in income today. That is the absolute power of the digital model. But to actually achieve this, you absolutely have to nail the conversion.
Moving on to play number 2, perfecting the product description.
Your product description is absolutely crucial. It creates that initial impression that either hooks a buyer instantly or loses them forever. So here is the exact step-by-step process recommended by the source for building a high-converting product page. Notice step 1 right out of the gate, draft in Google Docs. Now, you might be wondering, why not just type directly into whatever sales platform you're using? Well, it's a necessary safety measure. You really want to craft your copy in a separate document just in case your browser crashes or the tool glitches. We've all been there, and losing an hour of great copywriting is the worst. Once your copy is safe and solid, step 2 is embedding your video or images. And finally, step 3, you add your call to action and a highly readable summary.
So what makes that summary actually convert? Our source emphasizes that combining rich media to really showcase your brand's personality is key here. Because at the end of the day, people buy from people they connect with, right? You take that personality and you pair it with highly scannable bullet points. Boom, boom, boom. So the buyer instantly knows exactly what they are getting without reading a wall of text. Finally, you drive them straight to a clear, direct call to action. Just a button that simply says, I want this. No confusion, just a super clear path to purchase.
Play 3, triggering FOMO with discounts.
Okay, now for one of the most powerful psychological triggers in your entire marketing arsenal. Think about this. If a product is always available at the exact same price, there is literally zero incentive for the customer to buy it today. Why not just buy it next week? But notice the sudden urgency when we introduce strict limits. By restricting your product sales to just the first 20 buyers or setting really tight validity periods, you force immediate action. Suddenly, if they wait until tomorrow, that deal might be gone. That fear of missing out, good old FOMO, is a massive conversion driver.
The source highlights offering a specific strategic discount amount, something like 20% off, during targeted events. Think Black Friday, Cyber Monday, maybe your own birthday, or even a spring, New Year, new goals kind of sale. Tying a solid 20% discount to a specific, culturally relevant time frame acts as the perfect catalyst. It gives you a great, natural reason to promote the product, and more importantly, it gives the buyer a reason to act right now.
Now, the psychology behind why this works so incredibly well is pretty fascinating. The source reminds us that customers aren't ignoring you because they hate your product. They are just incredibly busy. We all live these crazy, fast-paced lives. Your potential buyer actively needs this little bit of urgency to snap out of their daily routine, to grab their attention, and to actually make the decision to move forward. So in a way, the FOMO discount is actually doing them a favor by helping them take action on something they already want to do.
Play 4, maximizing your average order value.
So once you've used that urgency to get them to click buy, your job actually isn't done yet. The source uses a really great fitness coaching example to show how you can capture more value right at the checkout line. Imagine a customer is checking out with a basic digital guide on losing belly fat. Right before they hit pay, you pose a provocative question. Are you sure you just want to lose belly fat? Don't you want the complete body transformation? This immediately challenges the buyer to stop, rethink their purchase, and upgrade to a much better result.
By prompting them with a simple upgrade now to get the complete body transformation, you are effectively replacing their basic, say $15 product, with a higher value, maybe $50 tier. And here's the brilliance of it. They are already in the buying mindset. Their credit card is literally in their hand. You are just capitalizing on their buying momentum by offering them a faster, more comprehensive path to the exact goal they are already trying to achieve.
So what do these checkout strategies actually look like in practice? Well, the source details 3 main types. First, you can add an adjacent product to the cart, like adding a bicep toning guide right alongside that belly fat guide. Second, like we just talked about, you can completely replace the current item with a higher value premium version. And third, you can incentivize all of this by applying an immediate upsell discount. An extra 20% off if they add that second item right this second. The source compares this to walking through a CVS or a Target. You naturally toss those extra little items into your physical shopping cart right before you pay, right? Why wouldn't we replicate that exact same experience digitally?
And finally, play 5. Working smarter, not harder.
Okay, so we've covered the pitch, the urgency, and the checkout upsells. Now we get to tie the whole shebang together with automation, so you aren't just glued to your computer screen 24/7. Here is how a sequence mapped out by the source might look. On day 1, a customer purchases your entry-level belly fat guide. Awesome. Then on day 3, your system automatically sends a highly personalized thank you email, just checking in on their progress. By day 7, the system automatically sends an upsell pitch for your bicep guide, maybe casually noting that since they're already working out, they might as well tone their arms too. One single purchase triggers this entire scheduled sequence, doing all of your upsell marketing entirely behind the scenes.
The source uses a really powerful metaphor here to explain the difference this makes. Trying to sell products completely manually, hunting down emails one by one without an audience or automated workflows, it is literally like pushing a giant boulder uphill. It is exhausting, it is slow, and you will burn out. But when you have a built-in audience and these automated email sequences doing all the heavy lifting for you, it is a complete relief. It's like skiing downhill with the wind at your back. The momentum just effortlessly carries you forward.
And honestly, this brings us to the core philosophy of our explainer today. Technology allows you to scale these conversion tactics automatically. Whether you get 1 single sale a day or 100 sales a day, the automated workflow treats every single customer to the exact same perfectly timed urgency, strategic upsells, and engaging descriptions, all while you're completely offline. It is the ultimate path to building that true digital wealth we talked about at the very beginning of the show.
So we've covered the entire playbook today. From crafting compelling, scannable product descriptions and engineering that FOMO to capturing extra revenue right at checkout and automating your entire back-end workflow. The tools and the tactics are sitting right in front of you. So the only question I have left to ask you is, what digital product will you launch and automate today? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will see you in the next one.